In today's video, we're going to be exploring one of ancient Crete's most notable sites. This is the archaeological site of Phaistos, dating back to 3,000 years BC. It really feels like you're walking back in time here. That is so sick. See, I love this kind of thing. I really appreciate it.
You do, you're a history geek.
Yeah, I am. And not only that, but we're also going to be enjoying one of my favorite beaches here in Crete, and also enjoy some amazing food as well. Oh, and how's your tzatziki?
So good.
Oh no, it's not. Is it better than yesterday?
Try this, yeah.
It's better than yesterday?
Yeah.
And I never even thought that could be possible. So, stick around for this one. Let's get into it. It is 1 million degrees Celsius today. I've been out for 5 minutes, reading this book, planning our itinerary for today, and I'm already wet through. But that's fine because we've got a lot of exciting stuff planned. I think we need to start driving because the first drive to the first destination is 1 hour and 20 minutes, and it's already nearly midday. Whose fault's that?
Yours.
It is. Let's go. We are finally leaving our rather lovely hotel, which is called Pilot's Villas. There are around 9 penthouse suites, and we're staying in one of them. And it does definitely give you some great views at sunset at night time. It's a lovely little place to be staying in the east part of the island. And we've just arrived, haven't we?
Yes.
After how long?
Forever.
In the car?
An hour.
1 hour and 20 minutes. It was a fair way.
It
But
was.
hopefully this is going to be worth it.
Yeah.
What is it that we're at?
Palace.
The Palace of what?
The people.
Phaistos. Wow, I've got to say I really like this walk up to this archaeological site with all of this valley in the distance. It is absolutely stunning. Actually reminds me a little bit of Tuscany. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know
Because
you've
I've
not
not
brought me yet.
take you yet. On the list, but still absolutely stunning here. How much was our entry, sweetie?
16 Yosaroos.
16 Yosaroos, but it is reduced to €4 if you are elderly or under 25, which neither of us are, unfortunately, or a journalist, which this camera didn't work for. Wow, that is so sick. See, I love this kind of thing. I really appreciate it.
You do, you're a history geek.
Yeah, I am. If you are wondering where we are, this is the archaeological site of Phaistos, which was one of the homes of the Minoans. And if you're wondering who the Minoans were, they are one of the most advanced populations that first inhabited the island of Crete. This is around 2,000 years BC. So this is 2,000 years before Jesus Christ, which is mental to think because this was an area where people inhabited. Yeah, I really love this kind of thing because you're quite literally walking back in time, back in history. This is a prehistoric archaeological site where people, civilians, humans actually lived here in this palace 3,500 years ago. Like, this was their home, and I find that mental. What happened?
Stumped my toe.
Yeah, well, that's expected. Guys, Crete, in terms of footwear, be aware that there is a lot of hiking, a lot of nice gorges and exploration to be doing here. And the roads are very much cobbled and dangerous if you're not wearing appropriate footwear. So bring a pair of trainers. I'm wearing Birkenstocks. I think these are just about okay. Avianas?
No, these are not it.
For those of you that do appreciate this kind of historical site and feeling like you're walking back in time, this is definitely the place that you'll enjoy.
Of what it might have looked like.
Yeah, this is pretty sick. Like the fact that we've got these pillars here, you can actually see the gateways into the courtyard here. This is really quite cool. I love this. What do you think?
It is quite cool.
You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, better than I thought.
What have you discovered, sweetie?
I don't really know, I'm just wondering what that might have been.
I think that's the point. You just leave it to your imagination. What would they have done back then? This might have been a drying room where they take their laundry in.
There's a ginormous pot, which looks decorative, so perhaps not.
Wow, that's a massive part. So my advice to anybody would definitely be come either first thing in the morning or in the afternoon. Obviously check what time it closes and opens, but it is just so hot, especially in the middle of summer, to be doing this during the day. But it was nice to just wander through. Take an hour or so to do that, and then there is a cafe as well if you want to get a refreshment, a little drink, whilst looking over at the beautiful landscapes and scenery. And we have just arrived to
The beach.
the beach. What beach?
I don't know.
Matala Beach. We picked up a peach. Come on, baby, you were meant to get the rhyme. I was like, we've been to a beach, picked up a peach, and
That was a reach.
that was a reach. I'm going to teach you guys about this beach that we're at today. I'm not really going to teach you much other than the fact that parking is chaos. It is definitely a free-for-all. We've just found this parking lot over here where there are many spaces, but it does appear to be about a 10-15 minute walk over to the beach. Very much looking forward to it though. Oh, there's parking right beside the beach. It's only €4 as well.
All day.
Or you can do what we did and have to walk a good 5-10 minutes. Actually, it's not even that bad, to be
5
honest.
minutes, yeah.
5-minute walk, free, or €4 on the car park. Welcome to Matala Beach. This is a really amazing looking beach with lots of amenities, lots of restaurants, lots of supermarkets as well, parking, and a very cool cave with people cliff diving as well, where you can go and have a look. Is that not perfect? Right at the end of the beach.
Yes. There we go.
Perfect. What a setup. What do you think?
Perfect.
Gotta say, this beach is very beautiful with that rock face there. So nice. So if you come to the end of the beach, you actually get a much quieter experience, but unfortunately there are loads of rocks over this side of the beach. Make sure you do have your rock shoes just in case, just so you don't end up in A&E, but it doesn't take away from how beautiful this is. It is absolutely stunning, especially with that rock face, and the fact that there's so many little Greek taverns and places to eat, wine bars, mini markets. There is everything that you need right here on this beach to relax and have an amazing day. I am really enjoying this beach. It's probably about 5:30, 6 p.m. and to be honest, it's got a lot quieter, which is really nice because everyone's obviously thought the sun's gonna start going down, it's getting a little bit colder. They're all heading back to their cars, going for dinner, but right now the beach is actually getting a little bit quieter over this side especially, but it's so beautiful and I'm really enjoying just chilling here.
Waves aren't getting any smaller.
They aren't getting any smaller, but it is so fun here. I really like it, and I think the surroundings are absolutely beautiful, especially seeing the mountains in the distance. That is really spectacular. You hungry, babe? I think we should go and explore the little nooks and crannies of this area, Matala. Wow, what have we found here? A little church, and it's built into this rock. That is so cool. We need to dress appropriately.
I know.
That is
I'm gonna peek my head
beautiful.
in. I'm not gonna go in.
Yeah, fair.
It's tiny.
A tiny church made by teeny tiny men.
men.
So just before grabbing some food, we just had a little wander around this area where all the shops are, where some of the bars are, and the restaurants. And I've got to say, it is such a beautiful area, such a quaint little village almost, where the locals are selling their produce. You've got tourists here just enjoying an afternoon aperitivo before their food, and it's such a lovely place to just buy a little souvenir and also just to wander around these little streets and alleyways, and you just get lost in these little areas. And we found that beautiful little church, and then of course you find yourself walking down another alleyway right onto the beach. Absolutely beautiful area and a lovely way to spend a late afternoon before grabbing food. We've just stopped off at a place called George's Yard, which isn't necessarily a traditional Greek tavern serving traditional Greek meals. It's more of a modern twist on Greek dishes with Greek ingredients, of course, but it is a really lovely little restaurant. It's not on the water because obviously if you're eating on the water, you're going to pay a premium for food that's not quite as good. I'm always a firm believer in walking out into the alleys, and you do get better food when you actually walk outside of the more touristy areas. But this is a lovely space, and I'm absolutely loving this olive oil. There's one thing you do when you come to Crete, it is indulge in the olive oil. It is just so delicious. I literally asked for an extra serving just to dip the bread in. So complex and so delicious. Go on, how How's your tzatziki?
So good.
Oh no, it's not. Is it
Try
better than
this.
yesterday?
Try this, yeah. It's warm bread.
It's better than yesterday.
Yeah.
And I never even thought that could be possible. So we've just had a little wander around Matala, around the bay, around where all the restaurants are, and I've got to say, this is something to do around sunset time. I just wish we did actually go for a drink in one of the bars at sunset time and watch the sunset, because we spent a lot of time in that restaurant eating amazing food. But, you know, having said that, you guys should definitely check this place out and go for a wander, have a drink at the end of the night. That is where I'm going to wrap up today's video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you want to see more. Check out these other playlists and these other videos.
Hit the bell.
And hit the bell notification button to get notified for the weekly uploads. But as always, I'll see you
in the next one.